Okay, so first tutorial of the new year, and it's kind of based off of something I did yesterday. I've been wanting to do more like face of the day posts on my blog because I kind of miss doing that. So yesterday I was kind of playing around and I came up with this look. Now, this look is using a lot of products that are either really hard to get a hold of or don't exist anymore. And since I really don't think that's fair to do tutorials with products that you can't use, like that you can't get, even though it's, I guess this kind of shows you can make up your own and use what you got. But anyways, I wanted to use products that were more accessible for the most part. And I changed it up a little bit, obviously. I used a lot more fancy, sparkly pixie dust items here, but I still really like the way it turned out. It's kind of goth a little bit, pixie goth, I don't know, but I enjoy it and I hope that you do too. So the first thing I'm going to do is use some Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This one is Candlelight, so it has a little bit of a sparkle, but it's really irrelevant. It's just, honestly, it was the first one I saw on my desk. Because it's going to get covered up anyways, so anything is fine. The next step is to create a black color base so that your eyeshadows really pop. So I'm going to be using the Flash palette from Makeup Forever. I'm using the black one, but you can use a black eyeliner as well, just as long as it's creamy and you can easily blend it out. So I'm just going to use a, this is like a small blending brush, but a concealer brush, anything you want to use will work out. You just want to make sure that you get the majority of the color actually on the lid. I'm going to zoom in. Then make sure towards the edges along the crease, you're just going to blend the color out so that it's nice and soft so you don't have any harsh edges. And then we're just going to do the same thing on the other eye. And so then for the eyeshadows, I'm going to use, this is a palette from Sleek Makeup. This is the Sparkle 2 palette. This shade right here as my first color. I'm just going to make sure that I'm pressing this onto the lid, not really blending it out because I don't want that glitter all over my face, and I do want the glitter to show up in the look. That you got to press it onto the sticky base, not smear it on. Next thing I'm going to do is actually go to a different palette. This is the Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay. I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to take Walk of Shame right here. Load that up on my brush with a little bit of Naked 2 actually. Probably more Naked 2 than Walk of Shame now that I think about it. And this color is just going to go around the edges of the black. And so what this does is it just softens up the edges, making it easier to kind of fade out into your highlight color. So now going back to the Sparkle 2 palette, I'm going to take this shimmery violet color right here and a blending brush. Pack that on and then tap away the extra because, like I said, it does have a lot of glitter. And since this is a different style brush, it's not going to be able to stick as easily. And so now I'm going to place this in the outer corner and up into the crease. Sure that the majority of the color is in the outer corner. And then just lightly kind of pull it upwards towards the brow bone. Just to get that more smoky kind of look. Alright, so we're a little top heavy here, so I'm going to work on putting a little bit of color underneath the eyes. To start that off, I'm going to take Urban Decay Perversion. I'm going to line my waterline with this color, as well as put just a little bit, kind of like that, underneath the eyes. This color is extremely creamy, so I'm not going to just straight up line it. I'm just going to do a little bit and then take a brush. This is an OCC brush. And use that to kind of smoke the color out, just so that it doesn't get too overwhelming. And I'm not really going to put it in the inner part of the lower lid because I'm going to put my silver eyeliner there. On the other side, line the waterline, make a few marks underneath the eyes, blend it out with the brush. I'm going to take this purple that I used in the crease, kind of look down and press that on top of the black liner. I'm going to take this fun little product from Lorac. It's one of their 3D liquid lusters. This is the gold one. Goldish. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's the lighter one. So what I'm going to do here is just shake it up to mix up the liquid and the pigment. Then take a brush, put it on the brush. I've put it right on my eyes before and it's a little bit harder to manipulate. So once it's on there, I'm just going to pat it on top of this look, right in the center. Just kind of diffuse a little bit. This color quickly becomes the star, so if you don't want that much, make sure you build it. Kind of use a little bit and then go from there. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, kind of like that triangle shape, and I just use 2 drops, which probably is more than I need of the Lorac. So again, I just start right at the lash line to do my base, and then kind of just triangle shape, pyramid it up to about the crease. Another thing I'm going to do is take my Naked Cosmetics Ivory collection, and there's a really beautiful purple duochrome that I'm going to use. I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil in Milk, place this in the inner corner, as well as along the brow bone. I'm going to use a different shade for the brow bone, but because I had it open, I thought, well, we'll use it right now. Before I use that, I'm going to use my Naked Basics palette once again, and we're going to use Venus, which is the only shade here that's really nowhere near matte. And I'm going to use it up top. Now we're going to go in with that purple duochrome. Press it on in the inner corners. I want it to really be pretty vivid right here. And then sort of just blend it up on the inner corners here along the edges of that bright purple. And then the next thing has been something I've been doing a lot lately, just in general all the time with when I do eyeliner, and that's just having a fun colored eyeliner right underneath the tear duct. So this is Bobby Dazzle from Urban Decay, and I'm just going to line right there and just kind of have it fade into the black purple. So it's just kind of like an opposite, I don't know, it's like you have your bright color in the tear duct, but it's just something a little bit different. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a liner on the top, just per version, just a black, just because it's so much lighter along the lash line now. So really I'm not even doing like a full line, I'm just doing right where the, I put the Lorac 3D luster, just so that there's a little bit more of a disconnect between the look and my lashes. I'm going to use my eyelash curler. This is a new one. There are very few things in life that are as nice as a new eyelash curler. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Diamonds. So I think that this has like some kind of sparkle in it, but I'm not sure how much you'd be able to tell. Alright, so now we are done with the eyes. We're going to move on to the cheeks. I'm going to use the Naked Flushed palette, round brush. Use the bronzer, contour, whatever first, as I do in the blush. And the highlight. It's because there's a lot going on my eyes. I'm just going to use one of the Kors lip butters. This is in Raspberry, because it'll give a little, making a mess, oh my goodness, a little bit of color without being like too much. Alright, and so that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you Thursday for some type of video. I don't know. Bye.